Welcome to episode 131 of Soccer Over Gotham, third of the way edition. We have a great show for all of you. Gary, what do we have in this episode?
Ruby, a third of the season's over already.
Yes.
How did we get here?
Yeah, 33%.
Yeah, wild. All right, Gotham has a very frustrating match with just a couple of takeaways. A worldie of a goal dooms Gotham and a 1-0 loss on the road to a scrappy Louisville side. We have a hint on this episode. We have a hint at Rose's return. We actually have more games for Gotham. They qualify for another tournament. We got the details on that. It's very exciting. And we have to look forward to Friday night's game. Hopefully not too much rain, because it's been crazy raining around here in Jersey and New York and Pennsylvania. Good San Diego Wave team coming to Sports Illustrated Stadium Friday night. Can't wait. It's going to be Broadway night. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but we'll be there. No guests this week. However, we have some interesting ones lined up. So there's going to be more to come. Can't wait for those. But Ruby, how are you?
I'm doing great. Doing good. Kind of enjoying the rain. I'm not gonna lie. It feels kind of relaxing right now. But other than that, I'm so excited that I'm going to the Shakira concert tomorrow.
Yes.
And I didn't tell you this, Gary, but my wife surprised me with an extra ticket for the next show the following day. Right? No, that's for the next day.
No, okay. Oh, okay.
All right, Gary.
Yeah.
Now, don't make me feel guilty now. If you know a song, I'll give it to you.
Okay. So you're going to the 2 days in a row.
Yeah. So the 15th,
Wow.
which is Thursday, and then the 16th. And the 16th one, it's going to be a little more fun, I guess, because she's going to bring two other guest artists. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I can't wait for that. We'll see what happens. I'll post some pictures.
That's awesome. Now, just a lot of little things that I'm happy about the rain actually with you. I just planted a bunch of flowers. So we always take things too far, but we have this we built our own irrigation system, so we've had it shut off all week, which is nice. But flowers are doing well. I'm very excited about my front yard garden. And a lot of little things on this episode. So first, I think we should just say this. Our hearts go out to Savvy King. What a devastating and just crazy thing that happened to her. They updated today that she had heart surgery and is recovering, and it's just scary stuff, and just never want to see that happen to any player anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just scary.
It is scary. She's so young. I believe she's only 20, right?
Yeah, 20, 21.
That's
super
so young.
talented player. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she's able to recover 100% and come back.
100%. Also, #OnceGotham Derby. Congrats to Abby Smith getting her first start in Houston. It was her, it was Yasmin, it was Delaney, and it was Lynn Williams all playing in the same game. So what a crazy
a little reunion, Gotham reunion.
Yeah.
Some of the bats.
Yeah, she got her first start and her first shutout, which is
nice.
awesome. I'm not. So I don't think this is a hot take, but I think she's better than Jane Campbell. So hopefully she gets more and more starts and keeps going.
It is a hot take, but you know what? I agree with you.
Yeah. So this Saturday, the 17th, 1 p.m., the Liberty face off against the Aces. The WNBA is on the road, which is awesome. One thing about the WNBA, which is fun, is that it's mostly accessible. They have their WNBA app, and I think it's like 30. I think I paid $35 for the whole season, which is like 95% of the games or something like that. So it's reasonable.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad at all. And if you want like a single game, it's like $3 or something. So that's not bad. That would be awesome for us if we could do CBS Sports Network. I'd pay $3 to see one game on CBS Sports Network.
I would definitely pay $3.
Right.
Don't ask me to subscribe to Fubo for $60 a month. I'm like, yeah.
In other local sports news, Brooklyn FC is now, I think, officially out of the playoffs. They were teetering on the edge there for a minute. They were neck and neck with Spokane. Is it Spokane or Spokane?
I I don't know.
Which goes Spokane. So Spokane had one game in hand on them, and they played last weekend, and they went up 2-0 in like the first 25 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then in like the 75th minute, ball goes over the back line. The defender grabs an arm, gets a red card. They score on on that free kick, and then score they equalize with like a dagger in like the 90th minute or something like that. And they needed to win that game to be in the playoffs, and they just did not make it. What a collapse.
It ended 2-2 or?
Yeah, it ended 2-2. And they needed Spokane to like lose their next two games, and they had to win, and Spokane won their last game yesterday, I think. So they are officially out of the playoffs, I believe. Speaking of Brooklyn FC, you guys know that I love the Super League. I love the USL W League before that, and I love what it does for the sport and the growth of the sport. And I really want to know more about it. And so I reached out to Brooklyn FC to see if I can get one of two local players that are on their team on the podcast for next week. And they came back and said, "How about both?" So I said, "Okay." So next week I get to interview two local Brooklyn FC players.
That is awesome. This is for the first time in Gotham history. Not in Gotham history. In Soccer Over Gotham history, we're going to have two guests at the same time, right?
Yeah. I got to do some research and see, I'll figure out how that's going to work out. But I'm excited about it. Their last game is Saturday, May 24th at home, MCU Park, Brooklyn, and Gotham will be in Mexico at that time. So go check them out if you want to see a live soccer game.
Ooh.
And lastly, speaking of Brooklyn FC, I reached out to them, and their communications director is named Ryan Campbell. So I saw the email come back, Ryan Campbell. I was like, "Oh no, did I email the wrong person? Did I do that?" But no,
that is so funny.
Yeah, so there is a Ryan Campbell at Brooklyn FC, which is fun.
Okay.
Speaking of Ryan Campbell, she is up for the Lauren Holiday Impact Award, along with a bunch of former Gotham players, Abby Smith, Sam Hyatt, Cassie Miller, and good luck to them all wonderful people.
Yeah.
Now, fans, find us on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and mostly on YouTube. Follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're trying to build our army up there, so find us there. Ruby, before we get to the game, on the broadcast, since Gotham never tells us these things, they hinted at Rose Lavelle returning later in the month, possibly around the time Gotham goes to Mexico. I doubt she would be there, but maybe we might see Rose Lavelle back on this field.
I think it would be good, actually, for her to come back during the CONCACAF games. She'll probably see, they're going to probably build her up like they did with Mitch Purse, give her couple minutes here, then 5, 10, 20, 40, and get a start.
Yeah, it'd be good to travel with her because she's a great locker room presence and a good leader, and her insight will be invaluable. And yeah, she gets a couple minutes there. That would be great. She's a game changer, and we're going to talk about what she brings and what was lacking in Gotham's game in a minute.
Yeah.
However, we have some more games for Gotham coming up. They have qualified for the 25-26 CONCACAF W Champions Cup. The tournament kicks off with the group stage August through October 2025, followed by the finals, which is, again, May the following year, 2026. The official draw is June 3rd. Your thoughts, Ruby, initially?
I still hate this, schedule for them. I wish they could do it, the final the same year. But I don't know. I know it kind of it's a lot because they have the final in November with the NWSL. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully there was a better schedule. But I'm glad they're doing this again, bringing different teams from different countries together to play against each other.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy because Gotham has games in August, so they're going to be flying around just like it was last year, playing midweek games and 3 games in a week. It's going to be tough for them.
Was the Summer Cup supposed to be every year or no?
The Summer Cup is no longer.
Okay.
So that is just open for teams to do whatever they want. They can play, maybe they'll play USL Super League teams or play each other for friendlies and whatever they need to do to keep players. But yeah, we're going to have a whole month break, which is going to be nice. Looking forward to that. So for this tournament, there's going to be a 10-club group stage. And then the teams that are already qualified are, I believe, Vancouver Rise Academy. I always got this wrong. Is it Alajuelense?
Alajuelense.
Alajuelense, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mouthful.
Yes. Monterey, Pachuca, Club America, Gotham, Washington Spirit, and the Orlando Pride. That's going to be some tough teams.
Yeah.
Much tougher to make it through than this year, which is coming up soon. But yeah, it's what you want if you're a Gotham FC fan or you're Gotham FC in general. You want to play the best teams in the world, and you want to qualify for the Champions Cup, which is the next step on this ladder. Can't wait. It's going to be exciting. More games is more games.
No, but I love that they're doing this again. It gives like women more visibility and get to play at, with players from other countries that, they don't get that exposure. So I think that's good.
Yeah, it builds the talent pool, builds your global status. And I think it's the main thing Gotham wants out. They want, as you heard from Neely Martin last week, they want to be not just a top team in the NWSL, they want to be a top team in the world. And how do you do that? Show off on the world stage. So this is a very important tournament for this team. I enjoyed talking to Neely Martin last week. She's always a fun guest. Were you able to listen to the interview?
A little bit. She's so fun. I love her. She's so friendly. I don't know.
Yeah. And so we heard it from her mouth that the Washington Gotham rivalry is a building rivalry. So she agrees with most of the fans that is there. So Ruby, let's jump to this frustrating game.
Do we have to talk about it?
We do. There's a couple little things.
Let's do it.
Yeah. There's a couple little positive takeaways we can get from this. As far as lineup, Midge's first start since 2024. Excited for that. Last time she played was in Portland, where she injured her ACL. And we had Bernini back at right back, Martin back in her normal position, and Jace also got the start on the right wing. Anything with the lineup jumps out at you, Ruby?
I honestly, when I saw this lineup, I loved it. I was like, ooh, this looks so good. Looks so good on paper. But at the same time, I was like, I had a feeling in me that something was not going to go right in this game. But they're such talented players. Especially, I was so excited to get Midge back and have her in the starting lineup and get about 60 minutes in this game. We are slowly but surely working towards those 90 minutes for her. And, I see Rose going in that road too, like coming back the way Midge did. But yeah, I like the lineup. That's all I can say. Like everyone has, I love Martin right there. We have Esther, and then we had Midge. So I think that was such great players to create chances and score goals.
Yep, Carter back in the center back position, and we have Freeman, Torres, Stevens, Witham, and Cook on the bench. A very strong lineup. Now, Gotham comes out, just asleep at the wheel a little bit at the beginning of the game. They just were not prepared for the onslaught of Racing just clogging the middle of the field and pressing them for a bit. And it was a very, very slow start. They picked it up maybe towards the 15-20 minute mark, got a little bit back, but this was a poor performance from the first half, and Gotham held the ball a lot, but they just were not moving the ball forward. And as I'd mentioned, I think Gotham's lack of width was a serious issue here. Gotham does not have many wide players, right? A Midge is going to be one of them. Rose likes to float out wide. Silva is a player that floats out wide, but she was a huge absence for this game. Yeah. But if you look at where the positioning was on the field, it was a crunch in the middle of the field. Midge was pinched in, Jace was pinched in, because those are players that like to be central. And it just was not working when Racing was just compressing the field and they had 2-3 players back in the middle of the pitch just blocking everything going forward. That was very, very frustrating. But your initial thoughts on this slow start for Gotham?
I think Louisville did a great job doing that with Gotham. To me, that match was a little physical at times, and it felt like Louisville players were going down easily, just trying to draw fouls, especially the Mello. I don't know. She was on the floor a lot, and some of those like fouls that I was like, I don't think that was for you to go down, but okay. I'm not sure right now what's going on with Gotham. I mean, like I said before, the starting 11 looks strong on paper, but they really struggled just to build that momentum going forward.
Yeah, it's a very vertical lineup. And around the 25th minute, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this game needs Taryn Torres. Just because she's a player that can shuttle the ball back side to side, open up defenses a little bit more. I was unfamiliar with her game, that she has a really good long ball. And she can, if a team is pressing you, she can break out of those pressure. And she's very good at changing direction of play, very much like Ali Long did for a long stretch with this team. And I just knew that she would do something well when she got onto the field. Now it gets to about the 65th minute, and that's where Torres comes on and Sophia Cook enters the game. And as I mentioned, I think the game needed creativity, needed players that could hold the ball, play the ball side to side. And I feel like Martin and Howell can be a little bit redundant where they're very similar players. They're both defensive midfielders, and Howell is playing a little bit more forward. However, in this game, positionally, she was sitting deeper than Martin for a lot of the game, which I didn't like that either. But Sophia Cook gets into the game, and Torres gets into the game, and immediately Gotham was flatlining on expected goals, immediately jumps up almost one expected goal, almost immediately. They were moving the ball around. They were getting chances. Cook was dancing her way through the middle of the field. Really good showing from both of them. And I think those two were game changers, even though the result didn't go Gotham's way. A very positive last 30 minutes from those two players.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Mandy Freeman coming in, I think it was good.
True.
She also has a really good long ball that in these situations, it would be nice to use that ability that she has.
Yeah. And I also, going back to your previous point, I think it was a fun, I guess you can have a diving competition between Howell and DeMello. That was kind of frustrating, but fun to watch, I guess, at the same time.
I guess we got some entertainment.
You did. Obviously, shout out to Taylor Flint. What a goal.
My God. That was
Gotham,
crazy.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Gotham was not letting any balls near. They had 3 shots, I think, inside the 18. So if you're going to beat Berger, that's kind of the place you're gonna do it. And what a shot!
Yeah,
good for her. They deserve that.
Yeah, they were so happy when they won. Did you see Vev's face? I was glad for her, but I was like, oh, why? Yeah.
Right. She's in a situation where she's playing for her coaching life right now, probably.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, they kept mentioning during the game that every season they've been on number 9 on the table. That's what they end up.
Yeah,
and I think they're number 9 right now, I think. Or were number 9 when they were playing.
Yeah, Bev's a good person, and we want the best for her. And it's one of those situations like Chicago where just the roster just isn't quite where it needs to be, and the investment just isn't quite there. So to get a win like that for them, good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, my takeaway is that we are a third of the way through the season, so 9 games in. Last season, Gotham had a 4-2-3 start. This time, we're at a 3-3-3 start, so roughly the same start. 24. They scored 8 goals, gave up 6. And then this year, we've scored 11 goals, and we've given up 8. So scoring more, giving up a little bit more. However, Gotham went on to only lose 2 games the rest of the season. Now, I'm not expecting that again, but the club faced a similar, had a couple injuries. We had players coming in, new players, new faces. So there was a similar. It's similar but different, right? But I think it's still something to be excited about. We're still sitting in the top half of the table, third of the way through the beginning of the season. We're still getting used to each other, the playing styles, and integrating new players. So I think it's a good start for the season.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, and it really puts things into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Last season showed that Gotham can recover from a rocky start once players settle in and the team finds their rhythm. And with more home games coming up and key players returning, this could be the stretch where things could actually start clicking for them. The schedule ahead definitely gives like, I don't know. I feel optimistic for Gotham right now.
Yeah.
Where we have Midge, she's probably getting to 90 minutes already. If we get Rose LaBelle back, Gabby, and maybe Silva, I know her contract's ending soon, but yeah, we can get her back on the pitch, start scoring goals again.
Any stats of the game?
Yes, so in this game, Gotham FC maintained 63% possession of the ball during this game. That pretty much showing their control over the ball, but however, they were not able to take advantage of that, sadly.
Yeah, the beginning of the game was like 75% possession, but they just weren't doing anything with it. So statistically, like this game was like everything but the goal.
Yeah.
The stats still look good for Gotham, right? But it's just that final product sometimes eludes this team. My stats is 7. Okay, Manny Freeman is 7 games away from being the all-time regular season appearance leader for the club. We love Manny Freeman on this podcast.
She's
and
definitely going to get there.
Yeah, can't wait. Hopefully she does it at home. Can't wait.
Who has that record right now?
It is Sarah Woldmo. And she had 106. Manny just eclipsed the 100 mark.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good company to be in. Sarah was amazing when she was here. So we had a poll for the hero of the match, and I think rightfully so. The fans were not very happy with Gotham at the end of this game, because I think we got 20 votes. I think usually we're like 100 something votes, like just 20. But it was Esther Howell and Berger. Howell won 45%. Just your thoughts?
I mean, I'm going to give it to Hal as well. Like, I think she was just grinding out there that night. I mean, she won 11 duels, 100% on shots and dribbles, 59 touches, 5 clearances, 4 recoveries, and I don't know, she was just putting in that work in.
Yeah, she's been getting better and better each game. I think she's excellent. I'm going to give it to Sophia Cook and Taryn Torres. I think they were excellent in their short run out there. Now, what's funny, Ruby, is remember I said last week, I said that if Gotham has like an okay game, like just a general like okay game, you can just give it to Sandy Solomon because she's going to like have a good game, like no matter what. Yeah. So Emily Sonnet won the official Gotham FC player of the match thing, which was fine. But I thought this was like a poor performance for Sonnet. So like it's the first time I felt Sonnet had like a poor performance.
Yeah.
For her standards, right? Not like, I'm not saying she had a poor performance, like for her standards that she set for herself, right? So she had 81% accurate passing and one third accurate passing on like long balls. She just was not hitting her marks, and it was just that pressure that Racing put her under. It was tough for her, but it just wasn't a normal game for Sonnet. But so it's just funny that worked out that way. Yes, let's get to the standings. Kansas City is still on top of the standings at 18 points. They have only lost twice. And this is kind of good because we were expecting teams to run away with it. I'm still expecting teams to run away with it from the rest of the pack, but it's not happened so far. And the lower table teams are fighting for their lives, and they are hanging in there. Kansas City, Orlando, Washington, top 3. We have been eclipsed by 3 teams: San Diego, Angeles City, and Portland Thorns. And we are sitting in number 7, still above the playoff line. Everyone else has a game in hand on us besides Portland.
Yeah.
So we got some catching up to do.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing Gotham that low. But again, that also happened last year. I think the lowest they went was 11th place, and then they went right back up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Next opponent is the San Diego Wave, who's surprisingly playing pretty well. And surprisingly, in number 4 on the table, they have a +5 goal differential. That's not too shabby this early in the season. So they're doing pretty well considering they lost Jaden Shaw and Alex Morgan. It would be interesting to see San Diego Wave, how many fans they bring to Sports Illustrated Stadium minus Alex Morgan.
Yeah, I know. And everyone was there for Alex Morgan, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we still get fans because I love seeing people at Sports Illustrated Stadium. I was going to say Red Bull.
Same difference. But Friday night lights, it's probably going to be a little bit misty, but go there anyway. 7:30 at night, it will be on MSG Networks and NWSL Plus. Should be fun. Gotham has only beaten San Diego Wave in the regular season one time. So hopefully we can get our second win over them. Our last win was when Lavelle scored, and then Macy Bell scored that ridiculous goal by
the wraparound. Yeah,
reaching her leg around the player and knocking it down. Yeah, that was ridiculous. But yeah, so it's been a while since we beat the San Diego Wave. Now, something I want to talk about real quickly. The first 2 home games, Gotham FC has tried to do I don't know what to call it. I guess a forced chant. Before the games, they're trying to get the fans to say like GFC LFG. And it comes off.
I've heard it.
Yeah, it comes off awkward because, like, number one, like, New Jersey, New York people don't take kindly to people telling us like what to do. So it's like a little bit off-putting, and it's just odd because I don't understand like yet what, like, when we're supposed to do this and like for what reason. Like, we're just supposed to randomly just get out and do that like during the game, but like, isn't that what these supporter groups are for? Like, did they consult the supporter groups before they started doing this? I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what that whole thing is about.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll try it again.
I think it would be a better idea if they were like singing what the supporter groups are singing and chanting, like to everyone be in sync. Because sometimes, depending where you're sitting, I mean, Sports Illustrated Stadium is really good, but once like you get like further and further from the supporters, you can't really hear what they're saying. So it would be nice if like they would do that, but with the chants from the supporters. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I seen them before, and I was like, okay. I was like, this is new. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I guess they're just trying to get the people going, like start chanting. But
but like, okay, we're gonna do this on corner kicks, and we're gonna put it up on the big screen to like get people like to do it. Like, I can see that, but like, just. Like, you can't like organically just do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not when there's a supporter group right there. I don't know. Maybe talk to them first. I don't know.
Yeah. That would be I mean, that's a start, obviously. Like.
Yeah. So what we manifesting?
This is a crazy one that I have. I don't care if it's too crazy, but crazy things happen,
Yeah.
I would like to see Rose LaBelle for at least 2 minutes on the pitch playing.
Okay. All right. Let's go for that.
Yeah.
Go for that. I want nothing more than just a win. That's all I want. I don't care how it's done. I don't care if it's like 7-6 or like 1-0. They score in the first minute and it's a snooze fest starts the game. I want it back in the win column. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And I want to knock San Diego down a peg. Those teams, San Diego, LA, they can't sit with us.
Yeah.
So we gotta get back to the top. So any random thoughts before we get out of here?
No. Probably have to get ponchos for the concert Thursday.
Is it outdoor?
Yeah, it's at the MetLife, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I should order them like right now if I want them to get here on time.
No doubt. All right, fans, we will see you Friday night at Sports Illustrated Stadium. get your tickets. Let's go. Let's make a ruckus. And be so loud that they forget they mentioned the GFC LFG thing, whatever. So, all right. See y'all there.
Let's go.
Let's go.